stopping by the obviously authentic channel. My name's Leah, that's spelled Lea and not Leah. And if this is your first time stopping by the channel, what is up? What's up? And if this is your second time, third time, or if you just a recurring subby, or you just came by again just to see me, what's up? And thanks. Thank you. I appreciate you. So let's get into Real Housewives of New Jersey. It wasn't much to me. Like, it was a lot, but honestly, it wasn't a lot. I'm only going to be talking about the fight that was in the beginning, Teresa apologizing, and then Jen versus Margaret at the end. So we open up, and it's a lot. Like, y'all, they was doing too much. I low-key think everybody was drunk, in my opinion, but I could be wrong. So we get back, and Teresa in her feelings after Jackie cleared her. And y'all know I don't see it for Jackie, but Jackie cleared Teresa when she made that comment about, did you learn that in jail? I said, oh. Jackie's line will probably be one of those iconic lines that people remember. But just like Nene's, the door is closed. The door is closed. Or Karen's on Potomac, clankety clank. Tell your husband not to drop the slope. Clankety clank. You know, I think it might be for or Teresa's, like, it's comparable to Teresa flipping the table like, you prostitution whore stuff. So I was just like, yo. So Teresa runs upstairs. Everybody is just kind of like, ooh, girl. And they just keep going. The only thing I don't like is them always trying to victimize Jackie. And I'm like, Jackie ain't no victim. Jackie may be a blonde-headed white woman, but Jackie ain't no victim. We all know blonde-headed white women are terrors and menaces to society. Ask Emmett Till. But I'm just like, y'all, she's not a victim. The thing about it is, like, Jackie is intellectually, we know why do I want to call this lady Jackie? We know Jackie is smarter than Teresa. It's pretty plain and simple, because Jackie can use her words way better than Teresa can. As when we're talking about, like, book smarts and things of that nature, Jackie is up here. When we're talking about being shady, petty, and down in the gutter, Teresa is up here. So to me, they're even killed. It's just that Teresa doesn't have a way with her words to come back at Jackie, and that's why she's upset. I also think she left because I've been seeing that some people say that Teresa might still be on probation. And I'm like, I feel like even if she was on probation, either she would have threw a drink on her, but I still think she would have got up and left, because I don't think she wants to be portrayed on TV as fighting again. But she left. So Joe, her brother, went upstairs. Everybody's talking. Everyone was looking at Jackie like, girl, that was low. But I understand why she upset. So then, and the thing about it is, like, if Teresa can go low, Jackie can go low too. Like, y'all can't just allow Teresa to constantly, like, raw at this chick and not expect her to, like, raw back and come with like, raw and a punch to the face. I don't know. So then we have, what's it called? So then, like, Jackie starts crying, and I'm like, I couldn't remember what made her start crying, but I'm like, she was like, I was okay until, you know, Joe said something, and then she says, like, your husband is an asshole, Margaret. And so then Margaret flips out on her and was like, my husband was defending you. And I was like, ooh. And Jackie, I think Jackie was taken back because she didn't expect Margaret to come at her. But I'm like, Jackie, you called her husband an asshole. Like, Margaret's loyalty will always lie with her husband and then probably you. So don't ever think you more than Joe. And I don't understand why Jackie didn't think that Margaret would come at her neck like that. But she did. So I'm just kind of like, why did you not think the lady would come at you like that? That you sound dumb. You sound stupid, bro. So then Joe was talking to Teresa upstairs. Teresa in her feelings. She tells Joe to F off. She calls him an a-hole. And then, like, the only thing I didn't like is that, like, everyone was like, they treat Jackie like she's a wounded bird, and she's not. She's not. Just because she a blonde-headed white woman, she is not a wounded bird. Like, and I think that's the problem that bothers me about how people treat Jackie, is because they're like, you destroyed her, Teresa. And I'm like, she really didn't destroy her. And I feel like that's what annoys Jackie about everybody else. And I think that's why this situation is more than what it should be, in my opinion. Because, okay, she says your husband cheated. If he's not cheating, then I don't think you should be, I don't think you should be that pressed. But that's why it leads me to believe that Evan either cheated in real life, which this is real life, cheated in real life back in the day, or he is cheating and Jackie just doesn't want everybody to find out. Because I feel like if you giving this much energy to this situation, I feel like it might be true. And I'm not saying what Teresa did was right, because I don't think it was right. I think what she did was wrong. It was disrespectful and it was out of pocket, and she was wrong, in my opinion. But I feel like the way in which Jackie is handling this is also, it's extra, and I feel like you're feeding into it instead of just like backing away. To the point where after all of this happened, and like Margaret, Joe, Melissa, Joe leave and go back to their house, she's on the phone crying to Evan, saying if she doesn't feel comfortable, if you don't feel comfortable, we'll leave. And I took that for her to be like, she'll quit the show. Which I'm like, why would you quit the show? Because of this. I don't know. I was just like, I don't know. To me, I feel like her quitting the show in her mind would symbolize that like it wasn't true. Same with the thing with Monique where she quit the show, which I was like, you're a dummy for quitting the show because you're not doing nothing else. Like, I went to see how her Not for Lazy Moms was going on her page, and it was kind of dry. And then with the podcast, and then with her channel, to me it's still dry because they still talking about old tea from season 5. So I'm like, you should have stayed on the channel, took your L from people not agreeing with you, and kept it pushing, in my opinion. But we're not talking about Real Housewives of Potomac. We're talking about New Jersey. So we go back into the before the Melissa and Joe's crew left. Teresa comes down and she brings up her husband, I think Joe Giudice. And like Joe Giudice gets pissed because Joe Gorga gets pissed because we all know they even did the flashback of when they all fought at one of the kids' christenings. When I tell y'all, I had to be in like middle school or high school. No, I think I was in middle school when that came out. And he was like, "You're my father! My father!" And then Melissa's dramatic self on the floor, I'm sorry. I was like, y'all is bugging. Y'all are out of control. Low key, I was like, is this real? When they did that, I really thought I was like, oh, this show got to be scripted. Because I just could not believe that like Joe really fought at his own child's christening. I was like, you couldn't at least wait to get to the parking lot and when the cameras left to throw hands. And then Melissa's dramatic self just on the floor. I'm sorry. I was like, girl, get up. Like, get up, please. But like they did flashbacks. And I agree with Joe. Like the whole situation probably with Teresa going to jail, with Joe being deported, probably put a lot of taxing on, like taxed their whole entire family. It probably tarnished their family name. The mom passed away and Teresa didn't get a chance to spend time with her. Then the grandpa was trying to be a dad to the kids once Joe was in jail. And it's like, it seems like Joe when he came, he just surrounded the family in darkness. And that's what it really feels like. And that's what it looks like for all intents and purposes. So he mad. And then Melissa gets mad because Teresa was like, why didn't y'all defend me? You heard what she said. So Melissa's like, and y'all, I was mad when Melissa threw that plate on the floor because she was like, are you kidding me? And she like flips the cheese tray. And I'm like, Melissa, what did cheese do to you? Y'all, I love cheese. That's why I can't lose weight. Like, I love cheddar, like sharp cheddar cheese, mozzarella, provolone. I don't like Swiss. I like Gouda. I like Brie. Like, I like cheese. And I was just like, you couldn't throw the salad bowl? Why it had to be the cheese tray, ma'am? So Melissa gets mad. Melissa calling Teresa an a-hole and a bitch and all this other shit. And I was just like, oh, y'all bugging. Everybody at this party is tripping. It needs to go pop a Valium and go home and go night night, because y'all doing a lot right now. So then, what else happened? So then, like, that's when, like, everyone goes into the house. This is after Margaret blows up at Jackie for calling Joe an a-hole. And then Jackie starts crying and was like, why is everybody attacking me? And I'm like, Jackie, everybody is not attacking you. The only person coming at you was Teresa. Yes, Jen was messy for bringing the information to the table, but Jen don't like you and you don't like Jen. So it is what it is. So then we get to, like, Jen and Margaret make up. Yeah, I think that's all that happened at that in the beginning of the episode, with all them arguing. And, like, I see the point of why Dolores and Frank are there, because Dolores and Frank can calm Joe and Teresa and Melissa down and, like, bring them back to a family unit. Because all Dolores had to say was, like, Joe, your parents did not want y'all to be arguing like this. Like, they wanted y'all to be together. And he, like, immediately chilled out, and so did Teresa. And so you got Jackie, Melissa, Teresa, and Margaret in the car. Although I didn't like how Joe didn't tell Jackie and Margaret to shut up. Like, Jackie and Margaret are too comfortable trash talking Teresa in front of Joe and Melissa. And granted, I get why Melissa wouldn't defend her, but bro, that's your sister. Like, tell them if y'all gonna talk about it not in front of me. At the end of the day, that's my sister, even though she is a trash person. So then we get, it's the next day. Bill is there. Evan is coming. Side note, y'all, I don't like how when they got home, Jackie immediately calls Evan. And there is something about the way Jackie is constantly defending Evan. She acts like Evan is a prince and she is the malt, the brick fortress, the crocodile in the malt. She the archers ready to the arrow down anybody coming up against him. Like, it's weird to me. And the only reason why I say it's weird to me is because it doesn't feel like it's coming from a genuine place. It legit feels like it's coming from a place of trying to prove something to yourself or something to him, where, like, she's like, she even says they won't come back, which makes me feel like she was saying, I won't be a part of the show, which in my opinion is dumb. It's just dumb. So I'm just like, this is a lot and it's stupid. So then we get to, and I think I just repeated myself, but I'm trying to get these videos out. So then we get to, like I said, Bill and Jen are Bill comes. Side note, Jen looked good. Jen looked real good. Like, that pink and black swimsuit she had on looked really good on her. Her skin looked good. Jen is a pretty lady. She looked really pretty. So Evan is there. He said he cool. Teresa gives a BS apology to both Evan and Jackie, where she's like, I want to squash the beef. It's stupid. But that's all y'all gonna get out of Teresa. So now that it's squashed, can we move on? Because I'm kind of over this. Can we move to a different dilemma or drama? So then we see, so now the Jackie and Jen. This gave me something, y'all. It gave me something. So Jen tells Margaret she thought that she was out of line for the way that she was speaking to Joe. Which I was like, I got what Jen was saying, but I don't think it was her place to say it. So then Margaret is like, don't be trying to get in between my marriage because it's none of your business. And then Jen is like, it was an embarrassment. And then Margaret goes in for the jugular by saying, well, you're an embarrassment to your family. You're a sloppy drunk. So then Jen hit her back and was like, well, I think the things you've done are sloppy, sleeping with older men. And then I thought the line was out of line because it was like, Margaret didn't sleep with older men because she wanted to. She was coerced and low-key forced to sleep with those men. But to me, it's like, if y'all gonna go for her neck, she's allowed to go for your neck. Like, if we fighting with words. Like, if you gonna come at my neck, I'm coming at your neck. So then Margaret gets mad. She goes upstairs. So does Melissa and Jackie. And Margaret calls Jen a concubine, calls Bill her sugar daddy. And the thing that's weird to me, and I even saw a comment on another person's video where they were like, Margaret is always demeaning Jen's life, saying that she's a concubine. She's like, what's it called? She's Bill is her sugar daddy. But you could say the same thing about Jackie, because Jackie is a stay-at-home mom too. So just because Jackie and Evan are relatively the same age, that doesn't mean he ain't her sugar daddy or funding her life. So I was like, you can't really go there with her. But then Margaret was like, you want me to bring my A game? I'll bring my A game. The only thing is, like, Margaret, you didn't say that to her. You said it to the camera. And then Jennifer getting mad, talking about, don't be putting your childhood trauma on me. That's your mama's fault. And I was like, ooh, y'all going there. But I'm with it. Like, I like the fact that nobody on this cast is like, no one's afraid to say what they got to say. And that's why I like this cast. Like, I want people to be, like, evenly matched. Like, if someone's gonna give you that, like, I want people to give each other the same energy. It's no fun to watch somebody get bullied. It's not. It's annoying and it's very frustrating and it's disheartening to see people get bullied on a regular basis. Except, so, like, that's why I enjoy casts like Married to Medicine. I enjoy Married to Medicine because the women, everybody gonna say what they got to say and say what they feel. They do the same thing here they do it on Atlanta, they do it on Potomac, they do it on New Jersey. The only one that I thought that's not like that is Beverly Hills. Sometimes they cast the wrong people, and then Tinsley was a lot on New York until she grew a backbone and got in Dorinda's behind, because Dorinda was doing too much, even though I love Dorinda. But yeah, y'all, that's it. That's all. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you are having a wonderful day. And remember, be bravely authentic. Deuces.